This is a video I've been wanting to make for quite some time. One thing I want you guys, parents, coaches, players, be very careful of what you use a radar gun for. When I coached, I had a radar gun, but I never used it to measure my kids. My kids, I based their ability on velocity was part of it, but I also based it on movement, changing of speeds, and probably most importantly, location. Okay, location I think is the most important thing. I've talked to a lot of college coaches, a lot of them I respect a lot. Bill Hillhouse, Mike White, they all say that spin rate is something that is probably more important to them than just velocity. Another problem I have with velocity is this. People tend to embellish the numbers. Let's say your daughter throws 51 on a radar gun. Next thing you know, she's throwing 52 or 53 because you want to impress other parents or other coaches. I use it like a lot of times in fishing. If I catch an 18-inch walleye on a Friday, by the time I get to work on Monday, I say, oh, I caught a 21-inch walleye, just because I continually round those numbers up. And what happens is the kids get pressure on them. A girl one time when I was coaching was said to be throwing 70 miles an hour. That's what she was being told. And my comment was, well, you might as well order the state championship banners now, because if she's throwing 70, no one should beat her. And then what happens is she gets beat, and people say, well, okay, what's wrong with her? So be very careful what numbers we use. Another thing I see a lot in my pitching lessons is I'll radar gun, let's say, a girl at 51 miles an hour, and they get all depressed because they say Sally on her club team throws 54 miles an hour. And I happen to know who Sally is on her club team, and she's not throwing 54 miles an hour. They just want to throw that number out there to get attention. So what I want you to be careful of is this. Be careful how much weight we put into the radar gun. Yeah, it's a measurable. Yeah, it can be useful. But really, like I said before, changing speeds, making the ball move, spin rate, location might be the biggest thing. Those are the things that we also have to factor in. Now, what I use a radar gun for when I coached is I would go scout a team and I would see what's the other girl pitching on my radar gun. And I wouldn't care what the number is. Let's say she's throwing 48. Okay, I got her throwing 48. What I would do is I'd give this gun to my assistant coach when we were at practice. He'd sit behind the screen, and I want him to let me know that I'm throwing 48 to duplicate what she's throwing. I didn't care what she was really throwing. Say I scout a girl and she's throwing 58. I didn't care what the number was. I just wanted to duplicate it. So my point is, be very careful how much stock we put into velocity. Is it a measurable? Yes. Is it part of the equation? Yes. But I think we do a disservice by comparing kids based on velocity alone. Best pitcher I ever coached, won a state title, never threw more than 54 miles an hour. She had great location and great movement. Best male pitcher I ever played with, we won multiple national titles. He's now in the National Hall of Fame. He had a great changeup. Okay, winning ball games is what's important, not how hard you throw. And I think we get caught up in that too much. And I also want to make sure we're not messing with kids' heads by talking too much about how hard they throw. If you have any questions, email me at krup3@yahoo.com. Please check us out on Facebook. Please check us out on YouTube. Subscribe, share, and if there's anything I can help you out with, please let me know. Thanks for watching.